What's up YouTube? It's JB Tech Fanatic and I'm back again with another video. As always, let me start this video by thanking each and every one of you for taking the time to watch my video. I'm absolutely honored that you've chose to do so, and I would be honored if you'd consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to mash that thumbs up if you like this video, and if you want to know when the latest content is dropped, don't forget to click the notification bell. Well, as I've said in the last few videos I have done, Samsung has had one heck of a year. They keep creating products that get me to the store to buy them, but at the end of it all I can say is wow. The Samsung Note 9, if you have not checked out that video, check it out. This phone is the best phone ever made and the best phone on the market. I say that with conviction because I mean it. This phone is blowing my mind, and what better than a new companion called the Galaxy Watch. Now, as you can see, I have the Gear S3 on my arm. I decided to do something a little bit different in this video. I actually have been using the Galaxy Watch since launch, so several weeks, because I wanted to actually get a good feel of it and see what it does, how it varies from the Gear S3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a quick unboxing that I recorded, and then we're going to talk about a couple things. But the main thing is should you buy the Galaxy Watch? And should you buy the Galaxy Watch if you already own a Gear S3? Thank you guys for being here today. Let's jump in. 46mm Bluetooth version. You got the long battery life, auto fitness, supports 35 workouts, and you get the swim resistance, which is the best part of it all. Now let me cut off my knife here. You get two tabs here in the back. Just cut those off. And then on the back, it just basically tells you what we get in the box. Slide this open. All right, there it is. Got the rotating bezel. Let's go ahead and take this out real quick. And let's see what we get. Now already the presentation of this box I don't think is anywhere close to the Gear S3, but not a big deal. Get the charging cable, the cradle, which looks almost exactly like the last one, slightly different. Has a little nook there. And then we get your charger, the book, and this is just the small band in case you have smaller wrist and you want to use a smaller band, you can do that. But there it is. Now let's talk about it. You're ready to go. Make sure to charge it up fully. You need to download, if you do not already have the Galaxy Wearable app. It's really easy. You would just open the app, make sure Bluetooth is on, and it will find the watch and it will lead you through setup. So I won't go through that, but it's very simple. Now, very quickly, I wanted to show you kind of a side-by-side here of the Gear S3 and the Galaxy Watch. Now, again, I love the Gear S3. I really believe that you could buy either of these watches and really enjoy them. But if you want better battery life and you want to be able to go swimming with your watch, then go ahead and get the Galaxy Watch. But if cost is an issue, because I've seen this on sale, I believe that this is a great option, and you get the MST on Samsung Pay, which I'll talk about a little bit later in the video, but both watches are great. Just to compare, the speakers are in the same spot. However, the Galaxy Watch is a little thicker. It has a bigger battery, and of course, you know, more of a waterproof casing. You could see that the sensors have been upgraded. You could just tell by the way it kind of pops out there, but again, it's much more accurate. The buttons are in the same spots. Now, this is more on the lines of the Frontier version. I got the Classic. I just like the Classic look, but again, it has the little rivets. Now, as far as the bezel goes, the bezel is definitely a little bit thicker and it feels better to rotate. But other than that, you know, they're very, very similar. And like I said, you can't go wrong. Now, first thing I want to show you on this watch is the messaging capabilities. Okay, so you have voice, you have, quick options for your little smiley faces and emojicons, or you have what looks like kind of a keyboard and a pen. Doing this through the camera is not so easy. But what's nice is that you can either start texting by hand, one letter on top of another, which I don't really like, but you can. But you could just simply swipe over, and as you do that, it gives you more options. So then you get your keyboard, there you get your numbers, symbols, emojicons, and then voice. So everything is very easy to use, and it's all in one place, which I like. So you can respond to messages fully, just like you can on your phone. Is it as easy as your phone? Probably not. The voice, of course, is much better, though, than it was on the Gear S3 because it uses Bixby. However, you can respond to text and emails from the watch itself. Changing the watch band is also very, very simple. You would simply press the little clip, and it would come right out. And so you can get any 22 millimeter band and change it that quick. Okay, quick settings, you would just pull down from the top and you can add whatever you'd like. You would just hold down edit mode if you want to add some that are not there or you want to take away. There's also this little drop icon here that's pretty cool, and that basically what that does is gets the water out of the speaker if you get this wet and go swimming and it sounds muffled. So basically, just like before on the Gear S3, it's very crisp and clear. You can just use the bezel. As you can see, you could pick some favorites here. You could put any of these little widgets that you choose on. So there's lots of different ones, but you could pick and choose. All you would do is go to Add Widget. You would press Add Widget. Once that's done, then you would pick example alarm, and then the alarm would be there from the menu. But let's look at, so here's the music real quickly. So again, you can control music from this. But if you go into here, you could see everything on your phone. Now again, this is going to have built-in apps just like your phone, but you could download games and different apps and thousands of watch faces from the Galaxy App Store. It's really easy to do, but you can use the bezel or you can use touchscreen. But what we're going to do is we're going to go into settings here. Now settings, you can change the watch faces, which you can also do just by holding down the screen. But in here is where you would choose whether or not you want the watch to always be on. And again, this has full color always on mode, which is great. You can also, put what watch faces you want to choose from in order. You can have it do an hourly chime like some watches can. Notification indicator, I recommend shutting that off. Status indicator, that's kind of up to you. Now, background style. The background style font, this can all be changed just like your phone, but basically the font is going to be what the writing is. And then, of course, you could pick the size. But the background style, actually, you could change different colors that will be displayed in the back. So, purple, blue, whatever you like, it can display. But pay close attention to a function down here, the watch only function. The watch only function, look how many days this watch will last. 36 days on a battery. Now that's pretty cool. If you don't care about all the, smart features, or maybe you're in a bind and you just need a watch, you could turn this on and this would, be a regular watch. Now, of course, you're going to get probably a year or so out of a watch battery, maybe longer, but you get 36 days out of this. That's pretty cool, and you can turn this on and off. Then you got, of course, if you want sound or vibrate and the volume of your media. Display, you got the brightness, the screen timeout, font, we looked at that. Okay, so advanced. When you go into advanced, you can choose what you want these keys to do on the side. Double press the home key, Bixby would pop up, that way you can use voice. Wake up gesture is on, that, basically if you put your wrist up to your face or whatever, look at your watch, it'll turn on. Bezel wake up is, if you twist the bezel, it turns on. So water lock mode, this is a feature, this is actually really important, because if you're swimming, most likely you're going to be hitting all kinds of things on your phone that you're not going to know. You definitely want to turn this on when you swim or take a shower. If you want better touch sensitivity, it has that, so you could touch it with gloves if you're not into using voice. Then, of course, do not disturb, theater mode, so you don't have a bright light on your arm. I actually like the bright light on my arm, but anyway. Good night mode. We already know about the quick edit settings there, and then you can actually capture the screen. Now, I don't know, some people use this, I don't really, but basically, it's doing a screenshot and you can send it to your phone if you'd like. And then, of course, all of the normal features like airplane mode, and then reset if you want to reset. Next, connection. So, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, airplane mode, that will all be here. If you get the 4G, of course, you're going to have that connection here also. If you have Wi-Fi on, then you're going to be able to, get all your notifications, even if your phone is even further distance away than Bluetooth can respond. However, keep in mind, with all of that stuff on, that of course is going to eat battery. But again, I've been getting great battery. To use Samsung Pay, NFC has to be turned on. That's here. And then you just get your basic stuff. But location, you probably want to have this turned on if you want to use, navigation or anything like that. However, if it's something that you're not going to utilize, like example, looking for restaurants near you on your watch or anything like that, then shut it off to save battery. You got apps, giving them permission and the order permissions, if you don't want them stealing all your information, you can see that here. Security. Now, of course, if you have Samsung Pay, it makes you have security on your watch. So you could set this up with a password. Samsung account. Now, if you have a Samsung account, which I recommend you do for warranty purposes and many other, you would have to sign in. And then if anyone was to ever try to, take your watch and erase it and try to sign back in, it will not let them unless they have your Samsung account password. But at the same time, this could happen to you. So if you just sign up for a Samsung account just to have the watch, make sure you know what the password is, or you can actually lock yourself out of this watch forever. Accessibility. Now, this has a lot of different features on it. Vision, hearing, text-to-speech, notification, touch sensitivity, auto open apps. This is all things that can help you in different scenarios, but something that you won't definitely want to check out and go through. Next is general. So this lets you pick what kind of input you want. You got your Samsung keyboard, and the keyboard settings are here. Now, text to speech, date and time, and then reset. Since this has got such a massive battery, let's take a look at the battery settings. So as you can see, it says right now I have 2 days, 4 hours, and 59 minutes. I can turn on power saving. It would give me 6 days. Watch only, 36 days. And then you can also do watch is always on. Screen timeout, I set it to 5 minutes, but of course you can go down to, I believe, 15 seconds on that, but that's kind of up to you. I like to have it on. Again, you got location and all of the wake up gesture, and then the vibration intensity you can change here, and you can also change if you want it to be a long vibration. Of course, just bear in mind that all of this affects battery life. What you can do is set up the watch as you want it, and then go back into the battery mode and see what it is estimating your battery at. And again, guys, after wearing this for a few days, it kind of learns and the battery life will get better. And like I said, it's awesome. And then quickly again, a look at the Gear S3 and the Galaxy Watch side by side. Now let's talk about what I really think about these watches. All right, so here we are, the Galaxy Watches unboxed, and the first thing I did is I got rid of the band. Now, one of the benefits of the Gear S3 and the Galaxy Watch is that you can get a 22 millimeter band and you can change it out for the band of your choice. As you can see, I got kind of, the journey of the Galaxy Watch that's with me here. Now, they started off, with the square look. They put the camera on there, and then they went kind of for the big look, and then they went into the Gear S2, and, the Gear S2 was their first round bezel, and they introduced the click bezel, which is, in my opinion, really what defines the Galaxy Watch or the Gear watches from any other smartwatch on the market. It's addicting to use, it works really well, and it just gives you a different way to interact with your watch than just touchscreen. So here we are. We got the Gear S2, and when it first came out, of course, I bought it, but I felt that it was too small. But in the past before that, everyone else was complaining that this kind of watch was too big. My immediate complaint with the Gear S2 was, why would you not have multiple sizes available? So the Gear S3 comes out, and I'm happy. The watch is bigger. By far my favorite smartwatch ever made. A while back, I made a smartwatch video, and you can kind of see I pretty much have them all, right? I'm addicted to this technology stuff, but the point of that is this watch, the Gear S3, was by far and away the best smartwatch on the market. So the Galaxy Watch is announced. The Note 9's announced. I'm ecstatic. I see not only did they come out with an improved watch, they gave us 3 different sizes. I'll show you them up here on the screen. They have a size which I believe, maybe my wife could wear, or, girls or women, you can wear this. Then you have kind of the middle size, and then you have the big dad. I like, of course, the big, but I was under the impression that we would be able to get, this watch in all black. When I went to pre-order, I immediately found that was not the case, and I was kind of thrown back because in the pictures, even on the box, in my opinion, this was ugly. I don't know what it was, but the reason I'm telling you this is first off, shame on Samsung for not having more colors, but congratulations to Samsung for making multiple sizes. Second thing is this watch actually in life is gorgeous. It just needs a different band, in my opinion. Now, there's nothing wrong with the band that it came with. Everybody has different tastes. Please don't take it as I'm putting it down if you like it. But what I'm saying is that you can make this whatever you want. Now, the second complaint, is smartwatches, $350 is expensive. I mean, come on. It really doesn't matter how much money you're worth. Money has value, and you have to decide whether or not $350 is too much to spend on a smartwatch. Well, Samsung ups the battery, but they take out MST. So MST, if you don't know, is, basically built into Samsung only phones, and it gives you the ability to use Samsung Pay at any terminal. Meaning if you can swipe your card, you can use it. So why did they take it out? Well, my opinion is they took it out because they finally made, the bigger line into a fully waterproof device that you can swim in. Something tells me that, I know that these are, IP68 certified, the phones, but something tells me that encapsulating this stops the ability to do that. So therefore, you don't have MST, so you can't use Samsung Pay that way, but you can use NFC, which Google does and Apple does, so you can still use this as a payment device. Okay, so I take it out of the box. I immediately realize, hey, this is beautiful. I switched the band. I put it on. The first thing I noticed, battery life. Wow. This honestly will last you several days. Now, the Gear S3, again, it had great battery life, but it wouldn't get me through a full 2 days. You know, if I used it all day and I actually used it a lot, have the always on screen, maybe it'd be about 30%. So good job on the battery, Samsung. Heart rate tracker, stress tracker, everything on this phone works better. Now, when I say better, bear in mind that depending on what phone you use, you might get a different experience. Of course, Samsung to Samsung works better together, the same as Apple to Apple works better. But one thing that I immediately noticed, now this is using the Note 9 and this, is downloading a watch face. Seconds. Scrolling through the App Store and, picking multiple watch faces. It was so fast, I was kind of shocked by it. Because what would end up happening with the Gear S3 is when I would go through the store, and let's just say I wanted to download multiple things, the app would start to stutter or it wouldn't catch up and it would take forever to download, especially when you hit restore. Now, you're able to back up these devices onto your phone, and that way if you switch watches you can kind of restore everything to the same. The restore, it was so quick. Literally, I remember when I switched to the Gear S3, it took hours to download. So whatever they've done inside, everything works better. So let's talk about that. So you go out to the store and you're looking for a smartwatch. What do you want in a smartwatch? Well, if you want something that is for fitness, you got it. If you want something that you can play music from, straight from the watch and have Bluetooth headphones, you got it. If you want to be able to swim with your smartwatch, you got it. Everything you need is on this. Official specs. It's a 360 by 360. Okay, now compared to the Gear S3, it is also 360 1.3-inch main screen. They are both there. Now, what the difference that I noticed here on the Galaxy Watch is it is definitely thicker, but the battery size, 472 on the Galaxy Watch and 380 on the Gear S3. And again, guys, this is the Bluetooth version compared to the Bluetooth version. So they're saying up to 4 days on the Galaxy Watch and up to three days on the Gear S3. And, there is ways to get that, by putting it to watch mode only, making it black and white, turning off the always on screen. You can expand it. To me, I want these things on maximum capacity all the time. So that's where I'm saying about 2 days, okay? Now, Tizen 4.0, everything that this watch gets as far as software, I believe the Gear S3 is going to get also. Now, Bluetooth 4.2, that's actually on both. Now, again, why it's so much faster, I'm assuming that they've tweaked things, and I'm talking about when you're uploading to your watch. Then you've seen everything that you get in the box. Other than that, guys, really, as far as the official specs go, everything is the same. Now, I did notice something about this watch. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take this off. Now, I have the same screen on both. And I know that this might be hard to see in these cameras, but for whatever reason, the Galaxy Watch looks so much less pixelated, meaning it's much more crisp. The colors are more vibrant, and everything just looks better. Now, in addition to that, the bezel. The bezels, of course, are the same, clicky bezel, but it just feels so much smoother and better on the Galaxy Watch. I guess the reason why I'm telling you this is, though it looks so similar, it actually is quite an upgrade. Now, when I say it's quite an upgrade, meaning I was kind of wondering if I would be able to notice whether I was wearing the Gear S3 or the Galaxy Watch. And forget about color or the way it looks. But just as far as everyday functions, everything worked better. Now, the Gear S3, sometimes when I use my Samsung SmartThings, let's say I want to lock my front door. This would work about 90% of the time, or it would say it was disconnected. This has not worked once. So I've used it consistently every day, and it works fast and fluid. The next thing is that messaging, it just works better. The touch seems more responsive. And then, of course, Bixby Voice versus S Voice. Good Lord, night and day. S Voice is by far the worst thing on the planet. So you do get Bixby Voice on the Galaxy Watch. Now, I have yet to see Samsung bring Bixby to devices that had S Voice. I'm not sure why. It seems like it would just be a easy software update, but I don't know that they will bring it to the Gear S3. So, if you're at the store and you're deciding, which one to buy, well, there's a few things to take into consideration. If cost is the main focus and you want, a great smartwatch, I still will say the Gear S3 is better than any other smartwatch other than the Galaxy Watch on the market. Then I would say Gear S3 because I have seen this watch go for $199 now, brand new. That's a substantial difference in price, $150 plus tax different. But if you want the best and you want something that looks good on the arm or wrist, however you want to say it, and you want the latest and greatest and something that just works fast and fluid, the Galaxy Watch, look at that, is just sick. I mean, I don't know how or why, but this is the product that I thought I was going to be let down with this year with Samsung. I seem probably like I work for Samsung or something, but really the idea is when it comes to technology, I've learned that following an ecosystem is the best way to go. So when you use Samsung to Samsung, it works better. And people that use Apple, they know, Apple's very good about kind of locking everyone else out. It's like you use their stuff and their stuff only kind of way. But Samsung, because it's on an Android platform, you really can use it with most things. In the beginning, I don't believe that the first couple Galaxy Watch, or not Galaxy, but Gear editions or any Samsung watch has worked with iPhones. Now they do. But, you miss out on some benefits, like especially when it comes to the health aspects, the software just doesn't mesh well together. And in fact, I believe that some of the functions you don't even have. So if you have an iPhone, that's something that you definitely want to look into. I know that Apple, announced their iWatches yesterday. Again, I'm not going to say, how I feel about it, but, if you want to spend that kind of money on a smartwatch, go ahead. One thing is to keep in mind, when you go out and you buy a nice watch, that nice watch might be in your family forever. If you don't break it, it's going to be in your family for a very long time. If the battery goes out, you just go down to the jeweler or you buy yourself a kit and you change the battery. That portion of the smartwatch industry is something that I don't like. And that is, when this battery's done, the watch is kind of done, really. You can go and have someone rip it apart, but chances are by then it will be outdated. So, my honest opinion is this. I love smartwatches. I wear them every day. I used to be a big watch person, and to be honest with you, I stopped wearing watches for years until smartwatches came out. I want to see them succeed. I want to see them keep going, but there is still a few things that they need to overcome, and one of them, I think, is longevity of the device. These are not $99 watches. They're not $50 watches. So if you're going to go invest $350, which is closer to $400 of your hard-earned money, you want to know, you want reassurances that that watch will last you. I would have loved to see Samsung say, hey, with the Galaxy Watch or even the Gear S3, it has a 5-year warranty on the battery, a 6-year warranty on the battery. Samsung, I'm talking to you. We are the consumers. I am blown away by your products. I love them. They're beautiful. They work well. Today, I want a warranty on the watch that last at least 5 years on the battery and the screen. Other than that, I absolutely recommend this watch. Day-to-day usage, I have found it fun to use. Everyone always asks what watch that is. It looks just really awesome. Again, it could be dressy, it could be techy, or you could throw on the plastic band or keep the plastic band on. You could swim, you could take it to the gym. Everything you need is on this watch. There is no missing features. Every other smartwatch, including Apple's new watches, this watch is going to be the one you want, hands down. That's my opinion. Guys, I thank you so much for being here today. I hope this video helped you. I just want to stop and just take a moment to say something. Now, I finish my videos always that life is short and that you need to love your family and you need to love your friends. You need to love your neighbors. You need to take care of each other. And I mean that. In this last few weeks, I have watched close friends of mine lose family members, lose loved ones. Now, as you can see, my health is not good, but I wanted to take a moment for everybody to really listen to those words. Love each other. Take care of each other. Maximize your life, guys. If this watch makes you smile, get it. If going outside and just breathing fresh air makes you smile, go out and do it. I do this channel for you guys and you only. I want you to know I'm here to help. I will help in any way I possibly can. Reach me in the comment sections. Find me on Facebook at JB Tech Fanatic. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. But if you do nothing else, if you don't subscribe to my channel and you never watch me again, do one thing for me. Live life to its fullest. Breathe air and just know life is a beautiful thing. And when you go about your day and you're dealing with people and you're interacting with people, take that into consideration. Change the world by doing something good for someone else. And to all my friends that have lost loved ones, to all of you out there that have lost someone, to some of my subscribers, you know who you are, you've reached out to me. I am deeply saddened for your loss, but go out today and live life to the fullest to honor the person you loved and honor yourself by loving and cherishing the people that are with you today, every day. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm JB Tech Fanatic. I can't wait to talk to you guys in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.